Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with more of Avernum 3 Ruined World. We're finally at the town of Kneece now, because we were told by Arkley the librarian back in Shader that there is a mage here that can help us, that might be able to help us, so we'll have to explore and find out. I like how this town is ruined and has monsters in it, yet that's kind of like the generic like town like sounds and noises, stuff like that. I guess that was one thing that Jeff overlooked. I mean, you hear like the sound effects of townspeople talking, right? Yeah, probably just something Jeff overlooked. Looks like we could technically go outside if we wanted. What the heck? How do we run to freaking fire lizards like immediately here? That is crazy. We ran into fire lizards immediately just by walking outside. Okay, so there is some stuff out here we can explore. I will do that later, though. I'm more focused on completing our mission here. You know what? We are kind of ahead the time counter here. So, as far as this island is heavily overgrown and the air is steamy and humid. Growls and hisses echo from the shadows ahead, and there is a heavy odor of sulfur. Out here, there are no signs of human settlement. We gotta kill that no bug for sure. So yeah, we can explore outside of Kneece real quick before we focus on the main thing. Because, yeah, like I said, we're a bit ahead of the time counter currently. Come on, oh, come on. No, forget that. No, forget that. Oh, we have to do that fighting again? Oh, forget that. No. No. Okay, at least just fire lizard right now. I still can't believe you just walk out here and fire lizards are ready to kill you. I do want to get to that circle, though, see what that contains. You know those little pillars that were outside of Kneece there? Blah, blah, blah. I already read that. You reach to the northeastern tip of the island and find a bright, sunny clearing, dominated by a crumbling stone circle. Strange, though, when you enter, you notice that you can hear no animal noises at all. No birds, no animals. The overall effect is quite creepy. No, I don't want to do this fight. Dang it. Please let me kill this Drake quite fast. We're going to be subjected to this. Oh. Okay, so that's moved mountains. Wait, I wonder if we can stop ensnaring us. I wonder if we can get that Drake, though. Oh, come on, really? I can't ensnare him? Okay, I'm not gonna do this yet. Forget that. Let's just focus on the main mission. I mean, there isn't really nothing out there anyway, besides what we found. So, let's just focus on these. Target level is much higher than yours. I could have sworn I was able to capture a Drake in Avernum 2. Here we got some salamanders. As you get close to the row of ruined buildings in the southeast corner of town, you smell sulfur. The air becomes hot and caustic. Your eyes burn in water. There is something large and dangerous inside. Probably a Drake then. I mean, it is something we can explore later when we're a little bit stronger, but not right now. Actually did not want to cast that, but okay. I like how that had like no effect on him whatsoever. I mean, Kneece and all that might have treasure, though, if I'm being perfectly honest. So it is something we could come back to later. Since, like I said, we're kind of ahead of the time counter right now, as far as that goes. So yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm getting like way before, like the slimes I definitely got way before the towns were like started getting seriously destroyed. Someone has erected a dark stone bunker in the middle of this ruin. The walls are about 30 feet high. You look down the passages to the north and east and see lots of shadows and basalt rock. No, I don't want to fight no freaking lizard. I just want to get to the center here. This open portcullis is blocked by a thin, shimmering energy field. It's delicate and translucent, and it looks like you could walk through it easily. Nerves on edge, you pass through the barrier. It ripples and parts to let you through. Nothing bad happens that you can tell. You hear a gentle, soothing chime. A voice coming out of thin air says, "Your approach has been approved. Please proceed in safety. If you give peace, you will receive peace." You reach the center of the bunker and find a small, cozy house, set up with crates and supplies in a long, narrow garden. Someone could live out here modestly for some time. The scent of incense hangs in the air. A withered old man watches you carefully from his desk as you approach. He has a pair of wands on his belt in case you cause trouble. You stare at each other awkwardly for a minute. Once you're both sure there isn't about to be a fight, you relax. He scratches his nose softly and says, "Welcome, person who just broke into my home. I am Purgatos. Why do you live in this abandoned town?" "I prefer to live in seclusion." "Why have you chosen a life of seclusion?" "I am avoiding the tentacles of the Empire." "Why did you decide to come here?" "The Empire's control is not something I can adjust to, so I had to pick a place far from them. There are few choices. Avernum is too cold for me. This island will do until the inevitable occurs." "What inevitable event do you foresee happening?" "The Empire will come here someday and suffocate all free thought." He sighs, "But I know that hearing the complaints of an old man is not the reason you journeyed here." Purgatos says, "What else, intruder?" He's a little more relaxed, but his hands never stray far from his wands. "The control of the Empire?" "The Empire has very strict, very stupid rules for what sorts of magic mages are allowed to perform. I will not allow them to control me. If you had to, you could always evade the Empire in Avernum. One is cruel, the other damp. Neither are good choices. This island will do until the inevitable occurs." What happened to Kneece? The city was a magical center before the Inama came to Big Ale. Much powerful spellcraft took place here. Then the Inama came, and suddenly our supply shipments started disappearing. The mages abandoned the place, and a bunch of giant lizards moved in. I'm the only person left here. The solitude suits me. I have come seeking assistance. News of you precedes you everywhere you go. I can tell you about Kneece or the Inama if you wish, but I suspect you are most interested in the problem of the cockroaches. Can you teach me anything? No, I just want to say what I must, so that you will go off and be heroes somewhere else. What do you think of the Inama? The ruination of Kneece was their fault. I despise them. Avoid them if at all possible. By the way, they have a huge treasure in their temple somewhere. I hope someone steals it. We might just help ourselves to that treasure. He grins wickedly. You didn't hear that from me. What do you know of the cockroach plague? I do a bit of scrying, and as we were wondering, I know how the monsters are created. There's a small difficulty though. How are the cockroaches being created? The cockroaches are being made in a huge underground factory, which creates filth for them to grow in and eat before they go out to cause havoc. The filth factory is hidden somewhere on the Isle of Big Ale. Therein lies the main difficulty. Where is the filth factory? I have put a good deal of effort into finding out, but I have no idea. What difficulty? Recently, someone came to me asking for help destroying the factory. Don't ask for more details. I couldn't give aid then. Now, after a lot of work, I can aid you as this person requested. I have developed a device which I believe could destroy the factory. However, this would only be useful if the place was found. If you found it, I would make the device a gift to you. You told me of a device you developed to deal with the roach factory. Can I have it? Purgatos hands you a reddish-shaped crystal. Egg-shaped crystal. It's called a phoenix egg, a very rare artifact. Take it to the lowest, most central level of the factory, break it, and run. And fast. And good luck to you. When you start to look at the mage's books, the titles of the books start to warp and fuzz out. You develop a splitting headache. You move away before any other defenses manifest themselves. You notice that the lizard wears a small chain around its neck. It stares at you. Then it startles you by beginning to speak. I'm called Faithful. How is it that you can speak? I'm a familiar. What is a familiar? It speaks in a calm, patient, surprisingly hiss-free voice. I'm a magical, long-lived, intelligent animal guarding the Purgatos. It takes up most of my time. Oh, and I hiss. Purgatos? My wise and all-powerful master. Is it boring for you? Yes, I have a hobby. What's your hobby? I go out and chat with the other lizards. What do you speak about? This island has many, many giant lizards on it. I'm not sure why. It makes little sense, but they make good conversation. I know a great deal about the weather, which stones are best for basking on, and where to find the tastiest meat. Okay, so we have gained an item, the Egg of the Phoenix. And he also told us about a treasure that the Inama has that we can possibly steal. Although, I don't know how to do that exactly. You know what, let's go ahead and... Oh, it looks like we can break in here. You crack open the book and flip through it. Rapid stone deconstruction techniques. Tearing apart stone walls or removing large stone outcroppings can be extremely difficult. Fortunately, some techniques exist to make this trying task easier. For example, there is a powerful priestly ritual which can, depending on the strength of the caster, destroy all sorts of crumbling stone. Sadly, priests are frequently unwilling to lend their powers to construction projects. Actually, you know what? We could actually come back here later when we're stronger and maybe be able to get a hold of a Drake for our capture soul. We could do that. This is where you were told to wait to get a ride back to the Isle of Big Ale. You see a boat far offshore. Stand around and wait for it. You hang around for an hour. Just when you start to worry, Olga comes by in her boat. She quickly takes you back to Cooper. Now stage 27. Yeah, we could do that. We could wait till we're a little bit stronger and then try to capture a Drake then. Or our capture soul in Simulacrum. In the meantime, though, we're not quite strong enough. Let's see if we can go back and sell some items. Okay, we're not going to get much of the Inama. From the merchant, no. A large group of giant, nasty cockroaches blocks the path ahead of you. They are clearly standing guard, waiting for you to make the first move. Interesting. It is distinctly unroach-like behavior. You dispatch the last of the filthy little vermin and take care to give your weapons blades a good, thorough cleaning. This rocky coast is littered with stolen garbage and the filth the roaches drag with them everywhere. Breathing makes you feel ill. You can hear dimly the constant hissing and clicking of giant roaches. You search the area. You easily find the entrance the friendly roaches told you about. Not far to the northeast, you see a narrow shaft, 10 feet wide, which burrows down at an angle into the solid rock. The walls and floor are covered with slime, and the twin odors of smoke and rotting trash waft out of the entrance. You have little doubt you have finally found the sources of the plague of roaches. Another band of roaches stands guard ahead. There are fewer of them this time, but they're considerably larger and nastier than the last lot. As before, they just stand there, waiting and hissing softly. You defeat another band of the creatures and give your weapons yet another, even more thorough cleaning. Some of those roaches had been of the exceptionally filthy variety. Okay, so here we are now in the filth factory. We better go ahead and put on a ward. Also a cloak. And with that in mind, it's time for us to go ahead and save the game right here. But when we return with the next part of Let's Play, we are going to take on the filth factory finally. So I will see you all until then.